Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sky Factory 4. Hi. So, a few things happened off camera um, since the last episode. We got an infinite water source set up here. We just placed down the crushing tub here. I took 10 saplings and crushed them, grabbed a bucket of water, placed it over here, did that again, placed the second source over here, and we're good to go. It makes it easy when using the cauldron so we don't have to wait for the rain. As you can see, we've extended out the platform. It is now 9 by 9. If we look in the inventory here, I did craft up a coal sapling, which is just a birch sapling smelted. A birch sapling is made in the cauldron with a sand sapling and a bottle of water. Very easy to do. We've grown a little bit of this. The reason for it was so we could craft up this iron amber, which we have already done. If we look at the recipes for that, it's just 4 pieces of coal resin, 2 sand, 2 gravel, and 1 clay. Um, we crafted up some apple saplings, which are made when planting apple seeds. And apple seeds are made in the crushing tub by crushing some apples, which we got from breaking the leaves of oak saplings. Oops. And the recipe for an oak sapling is water in a cauldron and a dirt sapling, fairly easy. Let's see. We also accidentally got the spruce saplings by using the petrified saplings last time. So did I do that accidentally? Maybe I got these for a reason. The oak wood looks it's oak wood. Eventually we want to change it up. So that's what we've been up to. Now, I already recorded this intro, but I didn't have the mic on like a genius. So anyway, what I want to do today is obviously get to this iron sapling. An iron sapling is made by pouring molten iron over an acacia sapling. So we can take the iron amber and turn it into molten iron. Inside the casting table here, we can place the acacia sapling, and then we'll get our iron sapling. Now, an acacia sapling is made in the cauldron with an apple sapling, which is why we've crafted these up. A little bit of water, and done and dusted. We have one right here. Um, so to smelt up this iron amber, we could, there we go. We could smelt it in a furnace and get an iron ingot. But we want to put it inside of a smeltery so we can get a couple of ingots. Those smeltery parts early game are going to be these porcelain pieces here. The melter, the casting table, the tank, and we're going to need a porcelain faucet, which isn't on this. It's an easy recipe. These are made with porcelain bricks surrounded by a piece of glass. The casting table is just this right here with porcelain bricks, and then the melter is like this. So we need 2 pieces of glass, and we're going to need 24 porcelain bricks. Porcelain bricks are made from unfired porcelain in a smelter. The unfired porcelain is made by clay and bone meal. And as you can see, we've already got the porcelain bricks made here. So the last thing should already be cooked up is our 2 pieces of glass. So let's go ahead and let's make the porcelain tank. That's done. Let's make the porcelain table. Good to go. Let's take and place a couple of these down. Boop. And then we just need to clear up some space in our inventory. Press the wrong button. Let's go ahead and get this stuff out of here as well. All right. So we've got the porcelain melter to make. Easy enough. And then we're going to use our last 3 to craft a porcelain faucet, which I didn't see over here when I was looking at Tinker's, but I know how to make it nonetheless. So, where do we want to put this? I guess we'll just place it right over here. So we'll need the tank, like that. We'll place the melter up above it. And this is now a complete little smeltery. But if we put our iron amber in here, there's not enough heat to melt this. So we'll go ahead and place our casting table here, and then our faucet on it like that. So our next thing that we need to do is we need to make some lava. Lava is easy. We need a cauldron, put cobblestone in it, make lava. So for this, we've got all these different cauldrons that we can make, and obviously the wood cauldrons are not going to be able to hold lava. They are wood, so we're going to need to make ourselves this cobblestone cauldron, which is going to require, a little bit of cobblestone. So before we can make this, we're going to need to get over here to our petrified sapling, and we're probably going to need to grow some more, as I've been using the acorns that we're getting across here, smelting them up and using them as a food source. So let's see. We'll get the cobblestone, we'll get some lava in there, we'll get the iron sapling created. The reason for the iron sapling is obviously we need iron, because I want to make the bonsai pots. The hopping bonsai pot can be placed over a chest, and we can grow these saplings, and their drops will automatically be put into some kind of storage. So if we had, doesn't matter what sapling, but you'll get wood, you'll get sticks, you'll get leaves, you'll get saplings, you'll get the acorns and the resin, and then any extra drops that a tree may have, such as the cottonwood, which has an extra chance for string. What is this? Minewood, miner's leaves, roots. Interesting. Anyway, that's what I want to get to, and we also want to get to the gold sapling, which we will deal with in just a little bit. So when we get the hopping bonsai pots built, one of the saplings I want to grow is the jungle sapling. If we look in its bonsai tree, it'll drop cocoa beans. These cocoa beans can be used to make mulch, and I'm not going to search through 47 pages. If we go into mulch, this first tier of mulch is just cocoa beans and sticks. And as you can see here, it upgrades the bonsai growth and loot drops. Growth rate 142%, drop chance 140%. So when we start putting all of these different saplings into their own bonsai pots, we want to put them in mulch. Anyway, I need to grow a few more petrified saplings. We're going to need 4 pieces of cobblestone for a bucket of lava, and I'm going to need 7 pieces of cobblestone for the cauldron. So that's, 11? So we need 9 more pieces of cobblestone. Once we get the iron going, if we look up cobble gen, we can actually make a cobble generator, which is just a few pieces of cobblestone, a bucket of lava, a bucket of water, and some glass, and then we don't have to worry about the petrified trees and growing them anymore. Well, let me get to that, and I will be back. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to place this cauldron on top of some kind of heat source, such as a torch. And then we can take our pieces of cobblestone like so. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we have lava. So the only way I have to transport lava is this clay bucket, and unfortunately, it's going to break the clay bucket the minute I place it in here. As you can see, clay bucket gone, which is no big deal. But now we can place, oh, our amber is in there. So now we can wait for this to melt, and while we do that, we also made some grass, which is really easy to make in the cauldron with leaves, and mud. To make mud, you have a cauldron of water like that. You place a dirt block in it, and it turns into mud, like that. And then you can do 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. So I started out with 4 pieces of dirt, and now I have 20 grass blocks. Basically, you can turn 1 piece of dirt into grass. We can place the grass down and then vein mine it, and then we have all the dirt and grass that we need. The reason for wanting the grass is we're going to hit it with some bone meal, because if we look into the gold sapling down the chain for the gold amber, we need yellow dye. We need iron resin, we need sand, and we need lead resin. Oh, I thought this was something else, so I'm going to need to make a lead sapling. Oh, we'll go down that chain later. But another thing that we need to look into is our food supply. We've been eating acorns, and I've been munching on a few apples, and we're getting low on acorns. And there's a quest inside here to make the bacon sapling or the donut sapling. Now, the bacon is going to be better for saturation. So if we actually look that up real quick, the recipe is 3 pieces of bacon, sugar, and an apple sapling. Sugar is pretty easy to come by. Let's just go back. Basically, I think we can stomp down leaves and other things to get sugar seeds. But the bacon is going to be liquefied bacon poured out over a tool rod cast. And to get the liquefied bacon, we're going to need raw pork chops. And those we can buy them in the market for carrots. So there's a whole chain here to get to this, but basically that's going to be the food source that we want. And if we do look up sugar seeds, these can be, yeah, any leaves in a crushing tub will get us some sugarcane seeds, so that's real easy to come by. But now back to the project at hand. So we put our acacia sapling, we right click on the faucet, and we let this harden, and it's slowly turning into an iron sapling. Boom! There we go. We have some iron wood. All right, so I need to grow this thing. I need to turn my volumes down in my ears. There we go. And hope that we get a sapling back. Otherwise, we will have to make another one. We got one. That's good. So I'm going to grow up a fair amount of these trees. Um, let's see. This thing can hold 16 ingots. So we could make the casting basin if we look down here. And this could cast out, it's real easy, it's just 7 more pieces of brick. This can cast out items in block form, so we won't need the ingot cast to cast out those items. If I make some more iron amber, problem is we can only smelt 3 ambers at a time, so that's 2, 4, 6 ingots, makes that 7, so we need to put 4 ambers in here, and then we could cast it out. Yep, just things to look at. So I'm going to grow some trees. I'm going to look down this steady list of to get the lead sapling and things like that. And the bonsai pots, that's just bricks. I don't know why I put that on there. Anyway, let me get some growing done and some further progression, and I will be back. Okay, so we made the porcelain casting basin, and we've casted out our first block of iron, which is real nice. That gives us 9 ingots. We've got the casting table here, and this brick is going to come into play as I only needed 7, but you make the unfired porcelain in sets of 4. So we've gone down the rabbit hole to get to the gold sapling, and the first thing we need to do is make this lapis sapling here, okay? Which is going to require us a dark oak sapling. Now, through all different crafts, I know that I'm going to need 2 of these, which is just a coal sapling and some water in a cauldron. We need 2 of them for the lead sapling. So once we get the lapis sapling, we can start growing some of that, and that'll get us to this lead amber. The lead amber requires a blue dye in the middle of it, and then once we get the lead sapling, we can grow a little bit of that so that we can make the gold amber. And we're going to need some yellow dye. So there's a whole laundry list of things that I need to do. But with this iron, one thing that we can do is craft ourselves up 2 buckets. That's kind of the most important thing that we can do right now. And one of these, of course, can be used to transfer water back and forth. And then the other one is going to be getting some cobblestone, or yeah, getting some cobblestone, turning it into lava, and then of course I'm going to need let's see, 10 pieces of excuse me, I'm going to need 10 pieces of cobblestone so that I can set up a cobblestone generator. So this is a long line that we need to go through to get to the gold. And the reason for the gold is if we look at Tinkers, we want to make some of these different casts. And here they are. The one that I'm most interested in is the ingot cast. So we can use this to cast out ingots. Now, of course, we saw if we go into uses for this and then uses for this, we saw that, you got a 1-for-1 smelt here. In a smeltery, it's a 1-for-2, so we can basically double our iron. Now, at some point, we can get into things like the purification chamber, which will turn it into 3 iron clumps. Those we can smelt down and triple. The chemical injection chamber for mechanism will turn it into 4, so we could quadruple it. Yeah. there's all kinds of different lines of things, but until we can get into mechanism and things like that, I definitely want to push all these ambers through the smeltery. So we've got a little bit of things to do before I can get to this. Of course, we could do the ambers in sets of 9. Yeah, for the time being, but it's not going to be too bad to get to the gold sapling. And then, as I said before, I definitely need to sort out my food, which is going to be this guy right here. Let's just throw this up in here. But we need this tool rod cast. So the tool rod cast is easy enough. We got to make a tough tool rod and then place it in the crafting or the casting table and then pour some gold out on it. So before we can get our food situation set up, we need to get to this. So my next goal, I guess, is to let's see. We need some glass bottles, so we're going to need to smelt up a few pieces of glass. Need to get a cobblestone generator up and running now that I have the 2 iron buckets. Jeez, modded. Yep. Oh, it's always just crafting chain after crafting chain after crafting chain. And this is all so we can start automating this. Now, I've done a list over here of all the different saplings before we get into the nether and things like that. We got about 18 saplings that we can grow. 9 of them are what I would consider base materials, and I'm including coal in that. And then we have for materials, there's another 8 of those. And then for the special ones, there's 3 of those. And the special ones are things like diamonds, lapis, and emerald. In the materials, I have iron, gold, copper, lead, tin, silver, nickel, and redstone. And redstone is going to come into play in a little while. And then our base materials is bone, coal, gravel, sand, clay, the petrified sapling, dirt, and cotton. The petrified sapling we won't need too much for cobblestone, but the petrified resin is still used in many different recipes. If we go into here and look, it's used in the making of lead amber. It's used in making redstone sapling. We've already done the clay sapling. It's used in silver amber, nickel amber, basalt, which is something I definitely want to make, and then the petrified acorns. Yeah. So we're still going to grow it. It's copper, amber, and limestone, which doesn't matter to me. So I guess what I'm gonna work on real quick is we're gonna get this cobblestone generator up. I'm gonna get 3 pieces of glass smelted up, which I don't have enough sand sap or sand acorns for, so we're gonna have to grow a couple more saplings. And I'm gonna need to make a little bit of a dump chest so I can kind of dump some of these items in. Now, one neat thing in modded is you can take logs like this and make your chests. You don't have to craft it down to planks and so on and so forth. That's just a neat little recipe. And yeah, we're just gonna set up a dump chest. One on this side and one on this side. We'll get all this stuff sorted out eventually, but let me get the cobble generator made. I'm gonna run through the lapis sapling and grow it. We're gonna get the lead sapling done and grow it, and then get to the point of where we have some molten gold, and that's gonna leave us a few different ingots um, inside this smeltery. So we'll get all that done, and I will be back. All right. So we built a little bit of a platform over here to which we could use some bone meal on. And doing that, we got some red and yellow flowers. We also managed to get ourselves a seed. We got some carrot seeds and some beetroot, as well as melon seeds. So the carrot seeds will be nice because we can plant those down and bone meal them, and that'll get us the carrots that we need to get the bacon. This is something that we need to do soon. Get our food situation set up. Um, but anyway, I made 2 gold ambers because we got 2 yellow flowers. If we remember the recipe, which I have right here, it's just some sand resin, some lead resin, and some iron. This was real easy to do. We made this sapling here. We grew it a couple of times. We got a bunch of these acorns, and these acorns can be crafted up like this to make a lapis block. Once we got the lapis, then we were home free to making the lead resin. So we put the lead resin in here. As you can see, we've still got 1 ingot. We made a lead sapling. We grew that up, and now we can make our gold sapling, but we need to throw those in there. So while that's smelting up, I want to go ahead and make the market, which is something very, very nice. Very easy to make. It's just planks, a couple of logs, and a red wool. Now we have that. Where do we want to set it up at? I guess we could set it up right here. Now, normally a villager drops from the sky or comes up through the ground, and yep, you saw him kind of pass by real quick. It fell into the void. So this thing here, we can get all kinds of different seeds. We can get the different animal seeds from animal crops. We can get the different stuff, as you can see, XL food mod, inspirations, rustic. Um, the one thing that I'm really after is gonna be this right here. Cost 8 carrots for 1 pork chop. Um, let's look at this. 1 bacon, 250 millibuckets. Let's see. So 1 pork chop is going to equal 1 bacon, so I'm going to need to get 3 of these and a tough tool rod. But should be able to take our oak sapling now. Resulting fluid is different than the fluid in the melter. Okay, so can I void that out? Uh-oh. I know this doesn't void out. Uh-oh. Let's see. There it is. Just a visual glitch. Did that void it out? It did. Okay, easy enough. We'll go ahead and put our oak sapling here. So when this melts, which won't take too long, let's see about making ourselves just a wooden hoe for now. And I have some bone meal in this chest, I believe. A little bit. How much bone stuff do we have? 8, and we'll get 10 of these. And we will go ahead and craft up a couple of these. Like that. And then let's grab our carrot seeds. Just use one. And as a matter of fact, we could just use this right here. Plant that on there. And then just, nope, wrong click. Hold down right click. And it'll just puke us out a bunch of carrots. So 17, that'll get us 2 pork chops. We're almost there. And I'll need to get a little bit more bone meal and a little bit more pork chop. Okay, now we've got some gold in here, so let's cast this out onto that. Come on, come on, come on. Perfect. Money grows on trees. Now the next thing we can do is we can take this porcelain deal like that. It can be any ingot. It's going to consume the ingot, but this is going to make us an ingot cast. And now, with the remaining gold, we could cast it out and start making ingot. You can make a redstone clock that'll push this out. But what I want to do is grow a little bit of gold, and I need to check the recording time. I think we got enough time to make the bacon sapling and start getting that going. We're not going to get to the bonsai pots today. I guess we will do that in the next episode. Let's see. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. We will grow some of these trees, get some more gold. Now gold is going to be real easy for us to create. Boom. So, all right. Let me get a little bit more bone meal, get the other pork chop I need. And we're going to have to make some tinker stuff, which we will do momentarily. Yep, I will be back. All right, so we need to make the tinker stuff, like I said. And if I remember correctly, first things that we need to do is make a few blank patterns, which are crafted like this. These patterns are going to be what we make all the different tables. So a oak plank and a pattern will make a stencil table. A log. You know what? Does it matter? It does matter. It changes the legs here. A log and a pattern will make a part builder. Let's see. We did the Then we need a chest, and we are going to need a crafting table. So a crafting table and a pattern will make a tool station, and then a chest will make a pattern chest. And now we should have all the pieces, including the crafting station, which I'm using to craft all this stuff up. Now, the neat thing about Tinker's Construct is we can place this kind of like this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I did this right. Place that over there. I know there's probably a different way to do this, but this is what I'm doing. And now it doesn't matter which one we go into, we have all of our different things up here. So we have our stencil table, which we can place our patterns in. And I believe this is the tough tool rod. Couple of things I forgot to mention. We did make the cobblestone generator. So if you shift and press left click, you can get these out one at a time. If you right click, you place them back in there. Left click will take you out a stack if you have it. Let's see. We also made this, the sandwich station. I forgot to even mention this at the beginning of the game. I guess we can make any kind of different sandwiches with different stuff and bread. I was looking into that. It just seemed meh. Let's see. So we need the part builder next, where we'll put our pattern and our material to make ourselves a tool rod. Perfect. Now we can take and grab this out of here. And this is a tough tool rod. We have a little bit of materials in here, and it requires 2 ingots for every cast. I'll let this harden up. Now we have a tough tool rod cast. We'll put the ingot cast back in there to get this last gold out so we don't have to void. Then we'll take that out, we'll put the tough tool rod in, and now we will melt ourselves some bacon. That shouldn't be in there, yep. And we should be able to pour this out. Nice and easy. That actually takes a surprisingly long time to form. Well, while we're doing that, I need to find my crushing tub real quick. And we've got some leaves here. Let's just put 1. Well, that's not how I wanted to do that, but... Come on. Let's put that down there, this, and that should give me a sugar seed. Now, I can't plant it just like anything else. It has to have water. So we can remedy that situation real quick. Just temporarily place water here and replace the slab once we're done. But now we've got that, and if we had a little bit of bone meal, we could grow it. Can I just... I think it gives me the seed back. Yeah, we gotta grow it. So let me see. I don't have any bone meal. But I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have enough of this stuff to make 1 piece, or 1 bone block. There we go. So sugar cane, slab back, sugar cane to sugar, escape. Let's go over here. 1 oak sapling, or apple sapling, I should say. Last piece of bacon. And now we can make this guy right here. Perfection. As I said, this will produce, if we go over to bonsai pot, bacon resin, bacon acorn, and it'll produce bacon. It'll produce all this other stuff here. But the resin and stuff, we can make the bacon amber, and just like we did with everything else, we can smelt it down, and it'll give us 4 pieces of bacon every time, because it's 1,000 millibuckets and it's 250 per piece of bacon. So we can grow this thing up a fair bit and get ourselves all the bacon that we could ever need. And that is what we are going to do off camera after we clean out a little bit of our inventory. The nice thing about the pattern chest is we can place in different casts, as well as if we go over here and grab this pattern out, these don't go in here, do they? No, it's just the casts. Is there another? This is a pattern chest. Let's see, chest. At Tink chest. Part chest. That's the one. This guy, I believe, will hold the different things. Let's see. I should have most everything in my inventory for that, except some sticks. That's easy to remedy. Let's go ahead and make the part chest, and we'll place it right here. I don't know if it holds the stencils, or if it just holds the parts. See, this is a pattern. You think it would go in the pattern chest. Oh, it can't go with the different casts. And that can't go in there either. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll make sure we put just the patterns in here and the ingot cast. What I'll end up doing is getting some iron and a hopper underneath and then place a chest here so that when we pull out the ingots, they automatically um, go into a chest. But that's going to do it for me today. I wanted to get to the hopping bonsai here, but we are going to need to get some things set up. And our base is starting to turn into a mess with all of these different things going on. Um, we got the cobblestone generator, the markets. Now we've got this little platform out here that ain't doing anything. The water source here. So anyway, I should no longer have to eat these acorns. We should be able to get some iron going. Um, what is this? Oh, night slime chest plate. Anyway, that is going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little longer than what I wanted, but we had a bunch of things to do. Hopefully, next time we'll be getting some of these trees automated. But we got a long, long way to go. See if we can grow the tree while we're doing our outro. Anyway, so far I've gotten a lot of love on the series. I'm enjoying the crap out of it. This is so much fun. Anyway, as always, leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing if you're new. And I'll see you guys on the next one.